NBC 10 News starts now.
Vaccine mandate impact. President Biden is using his executive power to mandate vaccines for tens of millions of Americans. But can he do that? The questions now surrounding the legality of the order. Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Jacqueline London. And while some are cheering the president's new plan to fight COVID-19, it has also faced backlash. The White House says the new order will affect 100 million workers in both the public and private sectors. Investigative reporter Mitch Blocker looks at all the potential fallout from the president's new plan.
No matter a mandate's intent,
it's a sticky situation.
To some, forcing Americans to do anything is un-American.
I think personal choice for sure.
More than half of all Americans and more than 56% of adults in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware are fully vaccinated, according to the CDC. The president is using his executive power to mandate federal employees and anyone at companies with more than 100 on the payroll get shots or take a weekly test.
This is putting something in your body. And I think that historically people are very hesitant of the federal government's power to mandate you put stuff in your body.
Josh Blackman is a constitutional law professor in Texas. He was recently featured on the National Constitution Center's podcast.
I think there's definitely a strong public policy justification here. The question always is whether the agency has the power to enact this rule.
The president is using the Department of Labor and its occupational health and safety arm to implement the mandate. It affects more than 80 million Americans.
I think that OSHA historically has regulated conduct in the workplace. You have to wear a mask, you have to wear PPE, you have to get tested. But here they're trying to regulate conduct outside the workplace.
There is a long history of state governments imposing vaccine mandates. One of the first was the smallpox vaccine in the early 1900s. When asked if he thought his order was constitutional, the president did not respond.
Is this constitutional, Mr. President?
The professor believes that there will ultimately be hundreds of lawsuits filed in state court about the president's order, and that at least one of those judges will rule that his order is legal. He believes that it will eventually ultimately be decided by the U.S. Supreme Court. It's the latest from Old City. I'm Mitch Blocker, NBC 10 News.